Yes, Martin, please.
Hi, Ma'am Nelly. So, with permission po, I'll share something. I'll share my screen.
Yes, sure.
Just to help
Okay.
articulate yung question po. So,
yes, so shifting to online kasi alam din naman natin marami pa rin nasa traditional way of paying and sending payments and receiving payments. Yes,
so
go ahead, Martin.
You can see my screen,
Yes.
ma'am, all the viewers. Yes. No, so ngayon po napakadali to become a PayMaya merchant and continue on with your business. We made it easier ngayon. So starting probably next week, you download PayMaya Negosyo and you can already start becoming a PayMaya merchant. So moving forward, maraming nga pong ways into becoming and using the PayMaya merchant solutions. Number one, I think which is pareho naman with a lot of the platforms is yung peer-to-peer payments, yung pag-send ng money sa other PayMaya accounts. Now, ang difference lang nito is that consumer accounts po to. So pag nagsisend po kayo ng money or nagsisend yung consumer ng money sa inyo, yung lumalabas po yung mobile number nyo. So hindi secure or lalabas yung pangalan nyo. So hindi siya secure in terms of yung business identity nyo. And secondly is hindi siya nakaka-enjoy ng consumer rewards, yung mga cashbacks or rebates na nakakuha natin. Because usually that happens when you're already interacting with a PayMaya merchant. So by downloading the Negosyo app or signing up with us in the email that I sent earlier, you will have your QR, your QR code already, and then you are now a PayMaya merchant. And your consumers, by scanning this QR, will enjoy the benefits of cashbacks and rebates and the other promos that we have right now. Third is email or SMS invoicing. Now, by signing up with PayMaya as a merchant, you will be able to then send an email or an SMS na may link that allows you to pay, allows the consumer to pay using cards. Nakita naman po natin dito, Visa, MasterCard, and QR. So imagine nyo na lang po, kayo po ay isang online seller. Gagamit kayo ng bagong platform or wala kayong website, social media lang po yung gagamitin nyo. O kaya sa village lang kayo na may small business or sari-sari store, pwede na po kayo makapagtanggap ng digital payments in the form of card payments and QR from PayMaya. Now, yung last one na papakita ko po is checkout plugins. So, ito naman po, mas complex naman sa mga MSMEs natin na really already into digital. Marami naman po rin mga MSMEs na ganyan na already integrated with Shopify, Magento, WooCommerce as a merchant. No? So we have plugins that will enable them to accept Visa, MasterCard, and card payments and QR payments. So napakadali po. So just go back to, I think Paul and Russell are there to share the email address and provide you with the solutions.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much, Martin. I think that's actually very useful information, especially for those who wanted to shift from the traditional way of paying to online. Maybe we can also hear from Bjorn. Bjorn, please, from UnionBank. Let's just pitch or demonstrate and articulate to our viewers yung ating the MSMEs, how to do it, how to shift from the traditional to the online way of payment. Yes.
Sure. I mean, I think many of us have very similar ways of interacting with MSMEs. I think we all try to make things as easy as possible. We can do, it's as simple really as visiting our website, bux.ph, creating an account, and you have access to all the payment methods that we have online right now. And something that we noticed was not many of these MSMEs and their customers have access to the internet all day, all the time. And as we all probably know, Facebook Messenger and Facebook itself is free to a certain extent. And so what we thought is we wanted to give everyone access to accepting payments. So you can actually create an account by interacting with our chatbot on Facebook Messenger. You can create an account fully through our chatbot with no data necessary. And you can send invoices and payment requests through email, you know, and SMS like the others, but you can also send payment requests through Facebook Messenger, which is where many people actually interact and do business these days. So I think that's something that we're also taking into consideration and putting a lot of focus on are all those smaller businesses, those micro entrepreneurs and those kind of home-based individual entrepreneurs that may not have access to the internet all the time.
Yes, it's very good that we're also considering, yes, even the micro ones, and yes, connectivity and even the platforms that they can access to. We're now entertaining actually questions from our audience, as it's already, you know, 5:45. This time from Joan Grace Mendoza. Thank you for this question. Would you suggest for MSMEs to avail all the payment platforms, the online payment, e-wallet, credit card, debit card, and alike? Do you have a status which mode is most commonly used here in the Philippines? Yes, we'd like to start with Bjorn.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why we actually created our product is to give anyone access to all the payment methods, right? I think that, you know, depending on who your customer is, you never know what they're going to prefer. Some people prefer e-wallet, some people prefer credit cards or debit cards, and some people just don't have access to those tools, so they have to pay over the counter, right? We're trying to cater to everyone. And you know, I think it definitely is wise to accept you know, multiple payment methods. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to kind of make that possible through one platform. So I would say yes. Yes.
Yeah, I heard you saying about aggregating all this, so everything can already be accessible. Here's a question from PayMaya. Okay. Okay.
Same question po, Ma'am Nel?
Yes, same question for.
Okay.
Yes, PayMaya.
So again, yung isang tip po actually I wanted to say earlier, no. Usually when consumers look at your profile online, no, kasi we're moving into this new normal already where we're really selling online, we're using all these platforms. One way to check if you're a legit merchant is looking at your payments acceptance, your different forms of payments acceptance. So I would really advise the merchant to aggregate and accept all these kinds of payments. That gives you, number one, credibility in the market. Second naman, it also gives you gives the consumers options to be able to pay, therefore opening up your business even further in this time of need and the pandemic ngayon.
Yes, that's a good point, giving options. We're as sellers, as MSMEs, and as merchants, we should also take into consideration what is accessible among our consumers. Yeah. Yes, Mia, same question.
Yes, so I agree with Bjorn and with Martin. We need to be able to give yung consumers a choice, right? Because at the end of the day, kung ano yung kailangan nila, dapat yung merchant would be able to support that. So kung kailangan nila ng cash, magbayad ng cash kasi wala silang access to those options, di kailangan may cash. And then e-payments as well, and so on and so forth. Pero yung choice po talaga nasa end user.
Yes, so anything.
Silang options, the more they can better serve their customers.
Yes, that's right. Okay, this time there's a question from Mr. Herson Domael. This can be answered by any one of you. Is e-payment sustainable? It seems that virtual currency, example, Bitcoins, is poised to challenge today's e-payment methods. This question is open for all great leaders in this talk. Okay. would like to answer that first? Mia, you're already on board. Would you like to answer that?
Sorry, was it addressed to me?
Yes, maybe I can ask some thoughts from each one of you.
Okay.
If it
So
yes.
e-payments ho is sustainable. Ang Bitcoin ho kasi medyo complicated siya para sa lahat. Hindi ho lahat aware kung paano mag-manage ng Bitcoin. Pero ang e-payments ho, e-wallets in general, para ho talaga siyang wallet lang or bank account lang, pero through your phone and through an app. So mas madali ho siyang gamitin, mas madali ho siyang intindihin para sa mga end users. At mas marami hong may access sa e-wallets compared ho sa mga Bitcoin. Kasi medyo takot ho yung mga tao sa Bitcoin because hindi ho nila masyado naiintindihan pa.
Okay, hindi pa naiintindihan. Baka eventually, that's also something that we're also getting into. Yes, Martin, same question?
Yeah, I think I would agree with Mia as well, no? Ang e-payments and e-wallets, I think all over the world ginagamit ngayon. In fact, it's just the different forms of interfacing with e-payments and e-wallets ang nag-iiba lang per country. Sa atin po, dahil marami rin tayong barriers to entry, ibig sabihin ang infrastructure natin on internet, on our mobile phones ay naiiba sa other countries. Therefore, ang mas nagsusuit sa atin is the QR payments. In other countries, ano na yan? Other forms of technology like tapping their phones and so on and so forth. So I think e-payments and e-wallets are really more sustainable than the Bitcoin side of things. No, the Bitcoin side of things is really something. Well, it's not new. It's matagal na po rin yon, no? But mas complex on the way it's being done, and in a way mas hindi mo kita yung, I think, yung pag-flow rin ng sarili niyong pera. At least on the e-payments and e-wallet side, it does reflect and kita nyo kagad on how the payments flow through.
Mm-hmm. Parang you're still in control, because you can see and it's transparent. We'd like to hear also the thoughts of Bjorn, please.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would, in general, agree with Mia and Mark. I think that, when you talk of Bitcoin, it is a volatile cryptocurrency, so it's kind of complex to understand for the normal consumer. But there are some benefits to the technology behind it, blockchain. I'm not going to get into specifics. I'm by no means am I a blockchain expert, but there are some benefits to using blockchain technology in payments, and that's something that we're experimenting with. UnionBank was the first bank in the Philippines to be regulated by the BSP and be allowed to operate its own stablecoin cryptocurrency. So again, I'm not going to get into specifics, but I would say for the regular consumer, e-payments is definitely sustainable, and I think e-payments is definitely good to say. I don't think that Bitcoin or other types of cryptocurrencies are going to be mainstream anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. This time from Michael Anthony Lopez. This is something about connectivity. Okay, connectivity problem. Are e-payments insured in case of lost or connectivity problems where the payment processing or crediting is interrupted and does not push through? Okay, the similar question was also asked by Ray Villa. What happens if there's an ongoing transaction and connections drop during transaction cancellation? Also, do any of you have a window to cancel a transaction that has been sent through Gmail feature that gives you a few seconds to cancel something? Yes, Bjorn?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think, if there is a technological issue that is definitely going to be insured, and I don't think there's any issues there, and that can always be tracked. In terms of the second question of being able to cancel a payment request, I would say that it depends on the payment method. I can give you an example of something that we're doing. This would be more for over-the-counter payments, where if you send a payment request, you can cancel that, and the buyer will not be able to use that payment request to make a specific payment for that request. But at the same time, something kind of related, but not necessarily an exact answer or an exact answer to that question is, we do give the ability for the merchants to specify an expiration date for a specific payment request, right? So for example, if you're running a sale and you just want this payment request to be valid for 1 hour, you can do that. So it doesn't really answer the question directly, but it's something that is definitely useful for MSMEs these days.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this time a question directed to PayMaya. Is there a quota per month or a requirement monthly sales when we use your e-payment? That's from Jeneline Modestro.
Okay, so with the different solutions that I showed earlier, really there's no quota naman, no, on monthly sales needed to get the service. Or is the question more of, is there a cost to this, ma'am?
Yeah, maybe more of that. The cost. What's the added cost to the merchants, to the sellers when they make use of your platform?
Okay, so I think I can go ahead and answer that. Well, there's a cost to doing business. I think I shared this also in the Wednesday panel discussion. But ang kailangan na lang isipin po is that because we are moving from a new type of operations, from your offline operations into your online operations, what's going to happen is that yung cost on the offline operations nyo po is now just going to be transferred into the cost of doing it online. And for PayMaya, it's really more on the costs on the transactions that as a percentage over each transaction yung charge namin. So you have to think of it that way. Na while there's a cost here, it's now shifted, and there's the advantage of being wider yung reach ng business nyo ngayon.
Yeah. Usually, what cost do they have to pay as far as PayMaya is concerned?
Okay,
because
so
I think they would also be thinking about this becomes an added cost on the part of the MSMEs.
Yeah, so that's where you have to think that it's really not an added cost because you're shifting your operations na to this, but it's really a percentage cost on the transaction. Now, that really depends on ano pong klaseng merchant po kayo that is signing up with a PayMaya merchant service. Now, usually you talk to us, declare your business info, and then we will be sharing with you the cost. So what we can do now is actually, for this audience ngayon, the MSMEs specifically, in the reboot package, I flashed my email address earlier. We do have special rates and promos for the reboot itself. So give us an email, and my buddies will be glad to share them with you later.
Yeah, okay. We actually heard about the benefits, that the rebates and other benefits that the MSMEs can get from your platform. Maybe we can also ask GCash to tell us more about the benefits or the rebates if you have for the MSMEs who are using your online platform. Mia?
Yes. So just like Martin, we also do charge a percentage of the total transaction sa mga merchants natin. And iba-iba rin ho yung mga range, yung rates natin depending on the type of merchant. So if they want to apply ho and get GCash, they can email ho, I want GCash QR at mint.xyz. We'll be able to provide them the rates there. In terms ho sa mga, we'll offer them ho, like a special rate ho as part of this DTI program.
Thank you very much. This is what we've been saying. Additional, services or additional programs or even discounts that can be given to our MSMEs in line with this package, DTI reboot package. Okay. The same question also goes to Bjorn, please, of UnionBank. Our MSMEs would like to know what rebates or what benefits can they get from your institution when they avail of your platform, please?
Yeah, we don't have any rebates as of yet, but what we do offer is definitely very affordable rates. Something that we try to do when we work with partners is we try to negotiate the very best rates as much as we can and pass that on to the consumer.
Okay.
But we have some rebate schemes coming up soon. I can't really get into detail too much, but we're a fairly new service, just a few months old, so we're definitely trying to learn a lot more. So keep a lookout in the next month or two for some exciting news.
Okay. I think we just have to accommodate 2 more questions as we are already running out of time. This time coming from Esme Palaganas. I think I should shoot this question to our friend from PayMaya. What's the difference? Between our local digital payment versus PayPal? For PayMaya, please.
So the question
Martin?
is, what's the difference between a
Our
local
digital payment versus PayPal?
Well, it's really more of the platform. Ang masasagot dyan. It's the platform and the different regulating bodies and the charges, of course, if you're using different platforms that are hosted elsewhere. So with PayMaya po, since we are in the Philippines and we are interacting with Filipino merchants and consumers, the charges revolve around only within the interchange of Philippines. Now, with PayPal, since it's a different setup naman, of course, ang method niya pareho lang. It's really requesting payments, but the setup of PayPal will be a little different because it's not locally set up, meaning there might be extra charges in transferring to your local bank or getting the money from the PayPal wallet. So it's more of jurisdiction and partnerships.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Martin. This time from Marvin, our final question. Although there are still a lot of questions here, but I think this can already be responded to by sending email to you, or maybe some of your staff are already looking at the questions that we have on chat room. So you can answer it directly, like, processing time, okay, etc. Things like those. Okay, this time from Marvin Santos. I think this directed to Bjorn. Okay, why do we need to aggregate payment modes inside the UBX or box solutions if MSMEs can go directly to GCash and PayMaya? Will that only increase the cost to the MSMEs? Yes, Bjorn?
Yeah, it's a good question. But I think anyone who does deal with multiple payment methods, multiple couriers, will know that it's very difficult to have to coordinate with 10 different payment providers, right? And so what we're saying is, you don't need to necessarily create accounts with well, you can create accounts individually, but managing all of those accounts in one console is definitely going to be a lot more convenient. And in many cases, we are actually cheaper if you go through us for certain payment methods, right? So if you go, let's say, for example, sure, you can create an account with PayPal, but their rates are very expensive. We've been able to negotiate really great rates where we can offer cheaper credit card rates than a PayPal, for example. So those are definitely some of the benefits of going through us.
Okay. As we no longer have time, maybe we'll just give each one 30 seconds to just invite and encourage our MSMEs to go online in terms of e-payment. We'll start with Mia, please. Mia of GCash.
Yes. So thank you ho sa lahat. So for anyone ho na would like to sign up to GCash, email lang ho tayo sa I want GCash QR at mint, so MYNT .xyz ho, and tutulungan ho namin kayong mag-activate ng GCash ninyo, whether that's QR, whether that's send money if that's what you want, or sending a link to your end users to allow them to pay. So we'll also explain to you the suite of services that we have, and then we'll also give you preferential rates for being part of this program.
Yes, and Martin, please. Martin Mauhay of...
So salamat po ulit sa pakikinig ng aming mga insights onto this topic. Now, for the MSMEs, it's PayMaya for the MSMEs during this period, and salamat sa reboot package of DTI. Please do download the Negosyo app next week to get started into your PayMaya merchant journey. No, it's a technology of Filipinos for the Filipinos. Ngayon, if you have any questions, just send an email to inquiry@paymaya.com, or if you want to sign up right away, send an email to signup.enterprise@paymaya.com. And we'll be glad to share the reboot packages for the MSMEs.
Okay, thank you very much, Martin. And this time we'd like to listen to Bjorn Pardo, please, of UnionBank.
Yeah, so to learn more about our payments product, just visit bux.ph and you can learn more about what we're doing. If you'd like to learn more about some of the other products that we have at UBX, such as our online store builder and programs specifically made for SMEs in terms of loans, you can visit ubx.ph and learn about some of our other products. And I think one of the more easier ways to contact us is on Facebook Messenger. So just search BUX on Facebook, and you'll be able to chat with us over there.
Okay, thank you very much to our three great guests this afternoon on e-payments. It's not all the time, that all the discounts, the incentives, and the rebates that we were mentioning are available, and even a lot of people helping you to get on board. So MSMEs, dear MSMEs, now is your time. Send them the emails, ask questions that you'd like to ask, and find out how you can make use of e-payment as part of your transaction or doing business. So thank you once again. And at this point, I'd like to thank all companies. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bjorn Pardo of UnionBank. Thank you, Martin Mauhay of PayMaya. And of course, thank you very much to Mia of GCash for joining us. And at this point, I'd like to thank all the companies who made this event possible. To SAMS International Business School, the Philippine Trade Training Center as the learning partners, Wonderman Thompson as the agency partner, and of course, our enabling partners, which I will mention in alphabetical order: Food Panda, GCash, Google, Grab Express, and GrabFood, Lalamove, Lazada, Leadmore, PayMaya, QuadX, PayLink, and QuadX GoGo Express, Shopee, Singapore Institute of Materials Management, UnionBank, and Zalora. Thank you also to all the viewers. I think we've reached 300 or more, but I think in the past days we have reached more than. I hope you learned something from this today. Please do not forget to answer the online survey form that we leave when you leave this webinar. We'll use this further to improve our services moving forward. Watch also for our next week's series starting May 12. Shout out to DTI e-commerce team led by Azek Jean Pacheco and to Thams International with its CEO Joel Santos and the team. The information that we've gathered yesterday, last night, total number of registrants 4,408. Total FB viewers of live sessions, this is as of yesterday, is about 46,000. Total FB post engagement 41,000, and total shares of live sessions of videos is 1,354. Again, thank you very much, everyone. Please visit our official Facebook page, DTI e-commerce, or send email to DTI e-commerce office at ECO or ECO at dti.gov.ph. And stay safe, everyone. Control your business, reboot now. But before we finally end, I'm turning over the floor to Asik Jean for the closing remarks for this 4-day long webinar series on e-commerce. Thank you very much, Asik Jean. Take it away. Asik Jean, are you still there? Asik Jean, we're actually waiting for a fitting, closing from our Assistant Secretary for e-commerce, Asik Jean Pacheco. Carl, is she still around? Carl?
Yes, she's still here.
Hello.
Yes, Asik Jean. Everybody is expecting you to do the closing.
Hi, Martin. Hi,
yes,
everyone. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, thank you to UnionBank, to GCash, to PayMaya. Thank you so much for alam mo, ang pinakahuli sa e-commerce ay magbayad, no? So kailangan magbayad, di ba? So thank you, no? But to all of you here in Zoom and to everyone here who joined us for the past 4 days, I really would like to say actually thank you. I hope you don't mind if you'll give me a few minutes of your time just for us to give you a little bit of where we are now, ano? And the first thing that I can say, can everyone see my slide? Yes? Can everyone see the slide?
Yes, Asek.
Yeah, you can, no? You can?
Yes, Asek.
Yeah. The first thing that I really have to say is to say thank you. Thank you to all of those who participated. Alam niyo ho, magkikwento ko, when we started this, we were not really thinking that this would be this big, kasi nga ho, bagong-bago lang, but ang dami po ninyong nag-register up to as of a few minutes ago, we have already breached the 6,000 mark. Nakaka 6,253 na po yung nag-register. At sa lahat po ng nanood sa Zoom mula dun sa unang araw natin hanggang kanina, naka 5,868. Basically ho, 94% ng mga nag-register ay nanood, no? At nag-stay. At natutuwa ho kami noon because isa lang ho ang ibig sabihin nito, marami po talagang interested. At dahil ho nga sumobra kami, dahil 500 lang ho yung allowed ng Zoom, bigla po kaming nag-Facebook Live at ito na ho, halos 60,000 po ang nag-view ng nung nag-FB Live po tayo, ang total views po na natanggap na ng lahat ng sessions, umabot na ho tayo ng 57,000. I will napasalamatan na po ng marami nila Idinelli. Ito hong ating mga partners. So you know who you are. They are all here in alphabetical order and hindi pa po ako magpapasalamat sa inyo kasi nga ho, meron pa ho tayong kasunod. But kung meron man pong sasabihin, itong mga partners na po natin na ito na ngayon ay madadagdagan po ito mga kababayan kasi ho ngayon na ho meron na pong mga ibang mga companies na narinig na po itong effort ng gobyerno na reboot package at willing din po silang makasama dito sa reboot package natin. we cannot say thank you enough to THEMS International. Marami pong background dito ng mga tao na talaga namang tumulong sa atin. Hindi pala ho simple itong mga ganitong webinar, pero talagang I'm very glad na lahat po kayo ay naging patient sa mga technical difficulties natin. But dahil kay THEMS International ay talaga hong parang mabilis po talagang nagawan po talaga nila ito. Kung hindi dahil sa kanila, mahihirapan din po tayo. At thank you very much for the professionalism that you have shown together with the Philippine Trade Training Center of Nelly and of course, Nestor Palabyab. At yung ating agency partner na Wonderman Thompson, alam nyo ho, hindi nyo ho napansin, yung ating mga signages, noong unang araw po, nag-umpisa ho tayo kay Mamang Sorbetero. Tapos nagbigla ho tayo napunta kay nagtitinda ho ng gitara. Tapos meron din pong nagtataho, baka hindi ho lang ninyo napapansin. At ngayon nga, yung meron pa ho nagtitinda ng bunot at bilao. At yung ngayon, ang pinakikita namin, nagtitinda ng fishball. Isa lang ho ang ibig sabihin na gusto naming parating kagaya ng sinasabi ni Wonderman Thompson. Kahit na po ano yung business natin, pwede po natin pag-isipan yan kung paano po tayo mag-o-online. Kahit na po yan ay goods o serbisyo, pwede po natin tayo po ay mag-online. Kasi yan na po talaga ngayon ang nagagawa dahil nga po dito lalo na sa pandemic na ngayon. So ang sinasabi ho ng DTI, you have to control your business dahil masyado na hong maraming problema pero you need to reboot now. So kahit ano pa pong business, pwede po ninyong mag-innovate po dyan. So why reboot? Kasi nga ho, e-commerce is the new normal. So ulitin ko lang po, marami hong nagtanong at nakinig at we are very much monitoring all of your comments. Pati din po yung inyong mga satisfaction feedback. So lahat po ng mga rebooters natin, kayo po ay susulatan namin ulit at kilala naman po namin kayo dahil kayo po ay sumagot sa aming mga katanungan. Kayo pong mga interested na maging part nitong reboot package. Nagpapasalamat po ako dahil narinig nyo na rin mismo sa mga platforms at kanina rin ho na yung mga companies po natin ay willing po silang magbigay ng mga discounts dahil po ito po yung mga pinag-usapan namin sa kanila bago ho tayo nag-control that base. Kasi ho nangako po sila sa DTI na magbibigay po talaga sila ng tulong sa pamamagitan ng mga discounts o pag-waive ng mga fees kagaya po ng mga onboarding fees. Kaya walang babayaran po. Kayo po ay maganda na maglalapit po kayo sa kanila. Binigay po nila ang mga contact addresses. Kayo po ay may freedom of choice kung sino po yung pipiliin ninyo. Andyan po yung sa PayMaya, napansin natin kanina, yung online payment, free email invoicing, itong pong training ay pagtutuloy natin, seller support, advertising, discounted shipping sa mga kagaya po ng QuadX, Grab at saka Lalamove, at pati ho yung loans sa SB Corporation. So, kung kayo po ay SME na gusto pong mag-online, ito po yung reboot package. All you need to do is to get in touch with the DTI e-commerce office o kaya po ang inyong regional office at ang negosyo center at magtutulong po tayo kung paano ho natin mapapapunta po sa inyo itong mga reboot package na ito. So, ang maganda hong nangyari ngayon ay because of the very warm at talagang napansin po namin na maraming nagre-request na magkaroon ng part 2. Magkakaroon po tayo ng part 2. Sasamantalahin ho natin yung mga pagkakataon na tayo po ay nasa quarantine at hindi ho tayo makalabas sa ating mga bahay. So gagawin ho nating useful ang ating mga panahon, and we will do a part 2 starting May 12 to 14. Marami pong salamat sa mga nag-suggest. Mukhang siksik po kasi akala din ho namin ay matatapos na tayo ng April 30 at kung sakali man talagang siniksik din ho namin. So ngayon po titingnan ho natin ay talagang natutuwa ho kami dahil marami po sa inyo talaga ang nagsabi na kailangan pa ng mga kasunod dahil mga bitin daw po. So abangan po ninyo ang aming pagbabalik. May 12 up to May 14. We will definitely ask you to register again and do again Facebook Live. And I think this has been an effective vehicle for us to reach all our kababayans who are interested to start an online business. So please do email us. As I have said, kayo po, ang inyo pong mga email ay nasa amin, lalo na po sa mga nag-register. So kung kayo po ay nag-register, tatapusin lang ho natin itong ating control biz. Kami babalikan po namin kayo dahil marami pong nanghihingi ng mga materyales. Pero kung gusto po ninyo ng mas madali, please like our Facebook page. Punta lang ho kayo, DTI E-Commerce. Masyado pa pong bata ang aming Facebook page. So kung pwede ho, like po tayo para ho dumami din ang ating mga friends. So with that, the Department of Trade and Industry would like to thank everybody, and we really hope that we will see you again in May 12 to 14. And thank you to all the speakers. Thank you to all our enabling partners. Thank you, everyone, and see you soon.